Let's do it. I've been here the whole time. Completely on schedule. Never late. Never missed a day. The most consistent streamer. And the biggest liar on Twitch TV. Oh, but I am back though. It's always the Mondays and the Fridays too. I'm pretty good about the middle of the week. The 3 days of the week that I usually end up streaming, but you know. The Mondays and the Fridays, they just give me. I don't know what it is. They're not even, it's not even like it's, where the weekends are my days off. You know, like a Saturday and a Sunday, that would make sense. My days off are Saturday, and then Wednesday, so... I don't know. I don't know where the breakup happens. Or why. But Monday and Friday, I just conk out immediately. Sleep forever. And then I just don't stream because, you know, hard to stream while you're sleeping. Although some people have managed. I've seen the category. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. It's not about streaming on those days. It's about what kind of stream I do on those days. I should be live stream. Has anyone... You know what sounds really stupid? A VTuber sleep stream. That has got to be the dumbest idea. And I'm sure it's been done. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm looking it up right now. What do we got here? VTuber hosts a sleep stream with just her animated character. How did I know? How did I freaking know? How am I a genius? I knew somebody would be as dumb as I am and had this exact idea. Wait a minute. My avatar sleeping? Wait, who is this? I feel like I recognize it. The eyes aren't even closed. Oh god, I have to read a Polygon article. It was Iron Mouse. That makes sense. Oh, it was during her subathon. Yeah, that I remember. It's all coming back to me. It all makes a load of sense. I'm gonna stop. I should never say a load of anything. Makes quite a bit of sense. On the plus side, and I guess we can go to the... Oh, we can just capture nothing. Nice. Excuse me, Avatar, get back here. Not the movie. Oh, you know what's gonna be so annoying? I just realized. If that Avatar movie, supposedly being worked on by Paramount, the sequel movie where they're all adults, ever comes out, you're not gonna be able to say Avatar the show or Avatar the movie anymore, because there'll be 2 Avatar movies. Actually, there'll be 3. There'll be Avatar the Blue People, Avatar Blue People the Squeakquel, and then Avatar the show, the sequel movie. Oh, it's gonna suck. Everything's gonna be so confusing. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the benefit of me... Oh, I have to... No, it's not plugged in, my drawing tablet. I plugged in my DualShock controller because I was playing Street Fighter 6. Oh, that probably showed up on audio. But one of the benefits of me not streaming is that I have a bunch of silly things to talk about because of how dumb some recent occurrences have been. For me specifically. My drawing tablet is functioning. Perfect. Make sure I'm streaming the right thing. Yeah, Fantasy Tavern. Okay, everything's good. Perfect. I gotta go. I gotta fix one thing. I wanted to fix this. But yeah, if enough people show up, I'll go into all the silly little things that happened. Because they are redonkulous. To coin a phrase that should have been left alone. Why can I not... Okay, now I can. Weird. Oh, that's certainly not the eraser you want. Well, you know, one of the things, the other downsides of missing streams. I liked this orange part. Well, thank you. Welcome in. The egg who thinks. But when I'm sleeping, which is what I was talking about, as it happens so often, I forgot already where I was going. Or now, yeah, when I'm missing stream and I'm not working on the comic is what happened. That's my problem. It's like I don't work on these off stream. I should, but I don't. I am simply, but I have my excuse, I have my alibi, Ossifer. So when I'm not streaming, I am asleep, and I've already expressed how hard it is to do things that are not sleeping when you're doing that. Pretty hard to do much of anything. Let me see if this leg looks better. It still looks bizarre. I need to fix this line here. So, who thinks you got an abbreviated name you like to be called, or is the full name fine? I just don't know. I always like to ask. The A is fine. Alright. Then I'll go with that. But if you want to be formal, Mr. Dick, Sir Dick, I do like being unnecessarily formal. It's one of my things that I enjoy. Your egginess is the way to go. See, now you're thinking the way I'm thinking. Perfect. And what brings you, if I may ask, to this random little art stream here? Just browsing? I always get so curious because I myself, despite being a small art streamer, rarely these days do I browse small art streams. I still do from time to time, but not nearly as much as I used to. So when I see people just, you know, happening upon this little corner of the internet, I wonder how they got here. Your pointy nose. It's working. Oh, thank goodness. It was either this or make an avatar with huge bazongas. And I'm glad that my sense of restraint worked out. It was about finding a group to stick with. I believe that. This leg might be good enough. I'm working on a webcomic, by the way, in case you hadn't already noticed, but I'm sure you did. I'm on page, what is 10 of the prologue. I did a whole chapter 1 that I haven't released yet, because I'm doing this prologue. But we've been chunking away at this for like the past couple months. If you find a community to stick with, you want to search for a new one, yeah. It's kind of what happened with me when I used to browse small art streams. It would just be like, you know, it was a daisy chain of people who knew each other, and I just kind of fell into it, and now I know all these people. who I did not know before. And I don't really browse as much. That's probably why. It's because I kept accidentally meeting new people. And I was just like, at some point, I think I've met a lot of people. And then I guess just subconsciously, I just stopped browsing. I still talk to a lot of those people. Some of them show up to the streams regularly. Way too dank. Is my audio ridiculous? You'll have to forgive me. This microphone has not been fine-tuned yet. So if I need to re-up my limiter or redo my suppressor, just let me know. No. Alright. This is new microphone. It was a 7T TV emo. Yeah, I know what it is. I just usually see it in the context of people freaking out about bigger streamers' audio, so that's what I was worried about. Let's see, where's my background? There it is. Let's color in the lads. Oh boy, I have too many sketch layers. Get out of here. Yeah, we should hide this. Oh, I can actually use this for this one. Just fill this lad in here. Well, I could use it for most of him. Do you do art yourself? I always like to ask that as well when people stop by here. Did I invert this? There we go. Whoops, this is not supposed to be filled in. I'm an art enthusiast. That's also common. I'm something of an art enthusiast myself, said Willem Dafoe. Very partial to Willem Dafoe, seeing as his portrayal of a goblin was very recognizable. He was green and everything. It's basically the only semblance of accuracy I look for. But I don't draw myself except funky doodles. That's also a thing. You know, I see it a lot. Even just being an enthusiast of art, very respectable. Having an artistic eye is a whole other thing. Some people are artists and they don't have an artistic eye. Like me. And art theft, of course, naturally. As it so often is. Thievery and whatnot. Oh, I did this. Look at that. Get out of here. This little thing here. This little light of mine. Oh, should we? I wonder if this works. Let's test it. It does. Thank goodness. Doesn't really save me much time. It was just a triangle. I could easily color that in. But still, it's nice to know that it worked. Now this will not work. This is where things get a little complicated. And by a little complicated, I mean I have to put in the slightest modicum of effort when it comes to laying in the base layer. But I always steal with consent. Interesting. Interesting. Stealing with consent. Is it really stealing at that point? I'm trying to think of a way where it would be. Oh god, sorry about zooming in and out. This is gonna cause some visual issues. Oh, I should really... I'm a genius. I gotta take this. Gotta make a new layer. Copy paste that above it. Perfect. Depends on your moral background. I have a shady moral background at best. My moral barometer. What is that thing that Steve Harvey said? He definitely said something like moral barometer. Those ambient wolf noises are freaking me out. Imagine chaotic neutral with a slight tendency toward good. That sounds like the ideal D&D motivation. As basically every protagonist of every D&D podcast I listen to. Everyone just being chaotic neutral, slightly good. And I feel like the only reason they're slightly good is because they have a podcast that they have to move forward. If they didn't have that, I'm for sure, I'm certain that their home campaigns are a nightmare. I do not want to be the person who has to play D&D with someone like, who's the most chaotic member? Basically anybody, any one of the McElroy brothers, or any one of the D20 crew. And when I say I don't want to play D&D with those people, that's like a thing I would do immediately if given the opportunity. If I send a link, which you can, I don't block those, so... You'll notice I don't even have a chat bot, because that stuff is too hard for me to figure out. I'll get there at some point. I say, not even having a Discord. Do I need one, though? Probably not. I don't think I'm big enough to require a Discord. Some say you could use your Discord as a tool for growth. I don't know. I don't think I would know how to do that. I went to school for graphic design and marketing, and there was nothing about no Discord, so I don't know how to use it to expand or whatever. Would you do the quiz and show us the result? Yeah, I'll do whatever on stream as long as it's not showing booba. I'll do a quick little thing, of course. Sure. Why not? I've been known to procrastinate this prologue. It's happened before, it'll happen again. I'll freaking do it as many times as I need. Until this thing comes out when I'm 35.
Oh, there it is. All right, let's go over yonder. I have my browser capture. Here it is. Give me a moment. There it is. Okay. Oh, it's a sliding scale. Okay, let's do it. Originating with the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game, the 9 moral alignments which describe a person's moral and ethical outlook have gained a cult following on the internet. Alright, let's do it. Even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way. Would I lie? I feel like I'm straight down the middle. This is a contextual thing. I know middle sliders are boring, but I think it's true. And I know neutrality is an option here. I feel like contextually I could lie to somebody who deserved it. And if I was trying really hard, I might exaggerate, I might expound. So we'll just do this, and we'll go to the next one. Cheating isn't justified because it's unfair to others. Again, how many options do I have? Okay, so it's just like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. We'll go with a slight disagree, because there's times, of course, where the unfairness is the point, and it becomes justified because of the unfairness. Generally speaking, I'd rather buy myself a little something extra than donate to charity. Yeah, that's probably usually what I would do, unfortunately. I don't have a lot of money, so when I do get money, unfortunately, my first thought is in other people. I do have a job I got recently, though, so that might change in the future. When I see others acting carelessly, I think to myself that it is a matter of time before misfortune befalls. Oh, like 100%. Talk shit, get hit, basically. But in real life, like, do anything. Face the consequences. 100%. If your act is... I'm watching so many TikToks every day where this is the exact thing that I'm feeling in my bones. I am intent on kindness and cooperation. I'd like to say, I like to think so. At least a little bit. Others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning. I'm gonna put a neutral on that one. Yeah, there's plenty of people who were probably just a little bit irritated by my presence. But yeah, we'll just go neutral. I don't think anyone has a vendetta against me that I know of. I have an excessive need for stimulation and am prone to boredom. Yeah, we'll go slight agree on that. Literally not a moment goes by in the day where I'm not wearing headphones. I'm often worried that my actions are deserving of criticism. No, I know they're deserving of criticism. I criticize myself. So, but am I worried about it? Not really. I'll lose slight disagree on that one. I feel justified in doing whatever I can to succeed. Whatever I can to succeed. Whatever I can. Not whatever I should, not whatever I need to succeed. This is an interesting question. Justified doing whatever I can to succeed. I'll do a slight disagree on that one. I don't think doing whatever I can feels justifiable. There are times where restraint should be exercised. I often forgive those who have wronged me, even if they do not deserve it. No, I'm a little bit of a petty idiot. I will hold a grudge. Shouldn't, but I do. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. No, I'm not clever enough to do that. Pretty one-track mind, pretty one singular brain-celled over here. I wouldn't be tempted to use counterfeit money, not even if I were sure I could get away with it. Recently, though, I got a job. Before I got the job, like, hard agree. Now that I have money, for once, recently, again, we'll do slight disagree. I wouldn't say 100%. I still might be tempted. I mean, who wouldn't? I often have tender, concerned feelings for people who are less fortunate than I am. Well, they made it a little bit bleeding heart-esque in their phrasing, but I will slightly agree on that one, for sure. I usually can't be bothered to help those in need. Can't be bothered? Slight disagree. But I did do the donate question earlier, so I can't go full disagree. A slight disagree. Helping others out by doing good deeds is its own reward. Yeah, I would hard agree with that one. I think philanthropy is a pretty... You hear those stories about rich people that are all like, you know, the standard billionaire sociopath, but then when they do a little bit of philanthropy, a little bit of charity work, it changes them, and they're like, I could get used to this. People actually like me for doing things that are good? Crazy. And then they just get addicted to it. So I think that's wholly true. I keep track of sensitive information that can be used to hurt people at a later date? What the heck am I? I'm not a serial killer. I often worry that I might behave inappropriately. No. Fully aware. Do not care. Only obey those laws and rules that seem sensible to me? No, I obey all of them. I obey pretty much all the laws and the rules. Despite the fact that the lore of my avatar is that I'm in jail. Maybe I was framed. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. I'll get there. Frighten others to get what I want. What? Where did we go into the Jeffrey Dahmer portion of this exam? Hold on, I didn't study for this part. No, I don't frighten others to get what I want. Even if I tried to, it would not be very effective. I am a stick figure of a man. I trick and con people if it is my interest to do so. No. Nah. No. I am not as upset as others. When Whoa! This got heavy, dude. I'm gonna do slight disagree. I've never cried at a funeral, but also I've never been to a funeral of someone that I've been close to. So this is a heavy question, but also I'm gonna have to go with slight, not as maybe slight agree. I think is what I mean to say. Yeah, I think we could do that. Actually, we could stay neutral then, because I don't have the experience. So we could just say neutral. I do what I want. I do not feel particularly obliged to anyone. No, I don't really do what I want. I do feel obliged slightly. 23 out of 24. I often help others without expecting anything in return. We'll stay neutral on that one. I would like to agree. But I also do like when compensation is, you know, provided. Because that's usually the kind of help that I am providing, is labor. I do not feel guilty when I hurt or offend someone. Nah, dude, I'll think about that for like a week straight. If I accidentally hurt or offend somebody, I'm just like, oh man, did I actually, oh no, hyper-analytical social anxiety brain. What did I say? How could I have said it differently? All right, the result. I am 47.5% good, 26.7% lawful, making me neutral good. I am a milquetoast individual, I'm pretty sure. Guided by their conscience and typically act altruistically. Only secondary regard for whether their actions are lawful or in line with cultural expectations or traditions. So that's my result. Probably pretty bland. But, you know, at least I'm not down here. I feel like if you get it put down here, you ought to be put on a list. If you get one of these ones, you're probably putting on clown makeup and going on subways, talking about how you're going to kill the Batman. So yeah, at least I'm not lawful evil anywhere in the evil spectrum, honestly. Any one of them. Bad ideas. My avatar. I was true neutral with 22% evil. How did you get there? How do you get into the evil spectrum? Do I have any? I don't have a single ounce of evil inside of me. Not in me bones. Is my avatar good yet? Oh, there he is. True neutral is fine, though. Just don't get put in, like, the chaotic evil or the neutral evil. That's where I start to be concerned about the answers that you would have had to put in to get to that point. You often feel no remorse or guilt for offending or hurting people physically, perhaps with weapons? Just answer right now, and, you know, not filing a police report behind the scenes while this quiz is taken. Full confidentiality. While doing the digital web equivalent of mashing the security button under the desk. I have a friend who got chaotic evil. I would reconsider. No. Does your friend have like a passing interest in bladed weaponry or any other hobbies that might be considered troubling to anyone in general? Have they expressed an interest of moving out of country for no discernible reason? But the rest of my friends stand in between lawful good and neutral good. Yeah, I do feel like that is the average. But there ain't no shame in that. Just a little bit of boredom. Hold on, do I have... I gotta open up this. Oh, I have to hide the vision for a second, because there are speech bubbles that serve as spoilers. So just give me one moment. Where is that rascally page here that I did? There it is. Okay. And you can have your eyes back. There you go. No dialogue spoilers, not yet. Sometimes accidentally, but never on purpose. Let's see if I can just kind of color in this shoulder pad to the best of my abilities. I don't even know what it would look like in this perspective. That's the issue. Maybe a little something like so, perhaps? No, that looks ridiculous. Here. I guess it would, yeah, it would kind of like go like this. Perspective is a tricky mistress. I just keep thinking about, yeah, I got a buddy of mine, he got chaotic evil on that. He's in jail now, but he's, you know, it's fine. We kind of knew it would happen. Even he knew it would happen. Got thrown in jail, he's like, yep. It's just my chaotic evil nature. But officer, you don't understand. I'm chaotic evil. Ah, then go right ahead, sir. I had no idea. If it's in your nature, then there's really nothing we can do. "7 hours of community service. And no more. Now off with you. Full scamp. I feel that caption in my soul. Welcome in, Mask. How is it going? Yes, I feel it too. Not just in my soul, but in my body as well. As indicated by the caption. Or the title of the stream. It's freaking dumb, man. I've been saying it for years. As soon as that singularity happens, I can put my consciousness in a robo body. I ain't sleeping ever again. I'm just becoming a transhuman, ascended being. The kind of being that Brennan Lee Mulligan would talk about. The one that doesn't even need to eat almonds all the time. I could just exist and not sleep. I wouldn't even need to do it. Mask, have you been checking out the Street Fighter 6 content? I'm sure you have. If I know anything about you, I'm sure you have. Yeah, nice. What are you thinking? Why can't I just be... Why can't I, like, be omnipotent? Yeah, why can't I be a deity? Some sort of new age god? The second Immaculate Conception? Actually, didn't one of those happen recently? Not in like a... Oh yeah, it was like a... It wasn't a human. I gotta look this up, because the story was very funny. The fact that I'm looking up Immaculate Conception latest news is truly bizarre to me. I think it was... I gotta find this. Been watching people play it. Nice. Alright, so there's these stories of a monkey being, supposedly having immaculately conceived an offspring, but I don't think this is the one that I'm looking for. I thought it was like something in an aquarium. A shark! That's what it was. It was a shark. This shark birth began with an immaculate conception. So people are saying things like Shark Jesus, which has been very funny to read. So it's good. Although this event is quite rare, it's not unheard of in sharks. That's interesting. I didn't know sharks could just birth without even, you know, doing anything. So yeah, Shark Jesus is real. A shark just recently immaculately conceived 3. So I guess there's 3 of them. So I guess there's 3 Shark Jesuses? That's interesting. I never thought our savior would be a dweller of the sea. But you know, we all came from a primordial sea, so maybe it's time we return to it. Jesus, if you would. Sharkus? No, I like Jesus. That's a good one. Jesus Christ. You can't even say it's blasphemous, because it's just like, it could be true, you don't know. Maybe Jesus, reincarnation is stuff? Well, Jesus is the only one in Christianity that can sort of do that, I think. Yeah, wasn't that like the lore of Christianity, that we're just waiting for him to show up again or something? Jesus is one of us or something? I forget. I'm not a religious man, in case it's not obvious. I'm talking about Shark Jesus. It's very apparent that I have no idea what I'm talking about. And Joshua, very nice. Very good, actually. And Shabraham, and Shabel, and Shane, and Shaddam, and Sheev. Okay, I think you get the idea. Shaddam and Sheev is very... I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket. Let's go into my Type 5 for when I do a stand-up, you know, for sure. I mean, either I just like the weird religion lore. That really is what it feels like sometimes, is they're all just making up some funny little lore bits over there. Doing their own little Dark Souls choose-your-own-adventure. Sometimes the world gets flooded. And you got 2 of every animal that needs to bone. 2 of every animal? Even the insects? There's a lot of species of insect. I don't know if they accounted for that one. You know what's interesting, though, is that there are records of a great flood in a lot of these ancient civilizations. So it's like, that serve as the probable basis for the particular story, the Noah's Ark story. So I always found that interesting. Like Huel, for the eye with wings screaming, "Be not afraid." Yeah, I always like that. Humans, I come to save you. Just a whirling mass of just a nightmare anomaly. I come bearing great news of your savior. Meanwhile, Old Testament God is like, he does not care if you are afraid of him at all. Old Testament God would send a plague of locusts into your left nostril for even thinking about him funny. An entire plague for one nostril. Don't even get me started on what he would do if he had access to both of them. 2 plagues of locusts. I'm not even going to go into any more detail. You get the picture. And then you do some of that blood rain or whatever. What are the signs of the apocalypse? I forget. The trumpets, those are one of them. Angels blaring their trumpets. Which is messed up. You know what's crazy? There's like those noise phenomena that just happen sometimes. In fact, I'm going to look this up because I think it's spooky. I think it's just like, it's some natural phenomenon, but they don't know exactly what it is, and they think it sounds exactly like. There's a bunch of people talking about it being the trumpets. Trumpets of the Apocalypse video. People just hear these. Trumpet sounds heard all over the world. Let's see. Oh, this is on Facebook. Ew, I don't want to go on Facebook. But yeah, there were people hearing these loud noises all over the place. Apparently it was some phenomenon. I can't find the specific information, but I do want to find the sound. Like the bloop, kind of like the bloop, but a little bit more spooky. The bloop was explained, though. It was just like an iceberg. Like falling or crumbling in a way that just happened to be super loud. But the bloop is pretty funny to think about. Trumpets of the Apocalypse. I guess we'll go to facebook.com. Ew, haven't been here in forever. I'm ready to get jump scared. So worried. Yeah, that sounds terrifying. One local said it comes from a nearby power plant. I don't think so. Oh, spooky. But the National Aeronautics and Space Administration believe that it is background noise from the Earth. According to them, it happens all the time. Okay, NASA. I don't know if that's particularly true. But I'm also reading this on a Facebook comment from a news organization called Trending News Now from 2015. So I don't know if it's particularly trustworthy, any of this. But the video and the sounds, from what I understand, are real. I do recall it being a thing. I wish I could find more about this, because I remember looking at all of those videos when I was a younger lad. About people hearing these weird trumpet blaring noises echoing around the world in the sky. It was interesting. I like to think it's a big-ass undiscovered fish. Yeah, the bloop thing. I do remember. That's one of my favorite theories of it. Just a huge fish, and the only noise it can muster up is a bloop. Cool. Horrors beyond my comprehension. Yeah. I'd be more scared of it being something like a cryptid. Yeah. Anyway, back to the art. I knew I would procrastinate. It happens every G-dang time. But it's fine. I wouldn't stream this if I, this creation process if I was worried about doing it in a timely fashion. I would just do it and then joylessly muster the strength to get through the coloring process, which is one of the worst parts of it. It's not the most time-consuming part, that's definitely the line art, but it is one of my least favorite parts. It's just laying in all these base colors, and I'm just like, it feels so mechanical. Like, I'm sure there's some auto action I could use to just do all of this, but I haven't figured out how to do any of that yet. And I don't use 3D models, so naturally things take ages longer. But I am vehemently against the use of 3D models. Why? I don't know. I hate myself, I guess? Mask, we took a... By we, I mean me. Took a D&D alignment quiz earlier, and I got, what was it, lawful neutral? I have the results over here, don't I? No, I closed it, but I'm pretty sure that I got neutral good. So I am a neutral good individual, and that's verifiable now. I gotta hide this for a second, grab some more colors. That's good, I know. And then Deg, who was, or his Egginess, I believe, was the formal title, who stopped by in chat and provided me with the link. Said he had a friend who got chaotic evil, and I was a little concerned for their safety. Link to the quiz, please. It should be, yeah, let me see if it's earlier. If I can copy paste it. Yeah, I should be able to copy paste it. How do I... Oh, here, I can do it. Let me throw that in here for you. There you go. And you can have your eyes back, too, as a little bonus. Maybe I should be somewhere else other than neutral good. I'm talking about taking people's eyes away a little too frequently. Also, I am me, so I know my emotional state in most times. And I played Street Fighter 6 multiplayer for the first time yesterday. I was playing World Tour, like the single player, up until yesterday for like the first 20 hours. I gotta say, I do enjoy the World Tour mode for some reason. It's really held my attention. But, yeah, I know myself, and I played multiplayer yesterday, and I got very upset at some things that were transpiring. Thank you, my good sir, no problem. So I don't know if neutral good is... a true neutral might be a more appropriate area for me to dwell in. Just grabbing more colors. Because I was fighting a Lily, and all I'm saying is I'm glad that I am a better man, or that I have more self-restraint than most people I see in the fighting game community. Because I was ready to start cursing this fool out. Not for being better than me. No, I was fine losing like 10 times in a row to this Lily player, who I believe Lily is broken now as a result of this person. But it was the fact that they emoted on me afterwards and then left. I didn't even get to say anything. I didn't want to say anything because that's what he wanted. So yeah, it was an experience going 0-10, and then having the guy emote on me and leave 100%. And the emotions that stirred within me could only be described as chaotic evil when they have irrationally upset. But other than that, it's been a fun time so far. Just that one Lily player. I think Lily is a degenerate character. She can literally just B+ if she wants to be at all times. She is never minus. So she can just camp you out, and I was camped out by a Lily player. The same one that I have some choice words for. If I were a worse man. But she can just like, she could just camp you out and wait for you to have to do an option because that's how the game works. You have to do something. You can't just stand around in neutral the whole time. Something's gonna happen. Something's got to give. And needless to say, it did. I throw like fireballs or something. And then she just does those condor dives or whatever at your face. And then you die, most likely. Most likely you are dead. Because you have no... It is not your turn. Because you see, while Lily is still alive, it is Lily's turn. I've heard some people say that JP is another problem character. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops in the future. But I think, if anyone, he's probably going to get nerfed first because he's a zoner character, and people hate zoner characters. If a zoner character is good in a fighting game, if a zoner character is the meta in a fighting game, you might as well just shut it down. Close Evo, close up shop, nobody's going to play it anymore. If the meta revolves around zoners, good riddance. Nobody wants to watch your fighting game anymore. And I think Capcom knows that. So I would not be surprised if JP immediately gets the shaft 100% in the next patch. I got true neutral, nice. Seems like a solid bet. Like I said, as long as you're not anywhere in the directly evil spectrum, then I think you're pretty trustworthy. I will say a lot of those questions are pretty breezy, and then you get to that one that's like, I do not grieve death in the way that mortals do. And I'm just like, whoa. Christ, calm down. Shark Christ. I was not prepared to give this answer to this question. Some existentialism I have to cope with now, and I'll get back to you when I sort that out. Thank you, Quiz, for D&D alignment. For making me have to come to terms with my stance on grieving. And whether or not I think I grieve more than others. Or the appropriate amount. You know, they write children's books about that. Maybe I should have read one of those before. I should have been prepared with the prior material. Discord screenshot. Oh, you almost got yourself in the evil there. Look at you now. You gotta be careful. You gotta watch yourself. You're skirting on evil. You know, the one day it's just burning anthills with a magnifying glass. The next day it's driving through crowds. In a huge car. So I don't know, man. You gotta freaking... behavior, you gotta monitor it. Don't slide down the slippery slope. I am now convinced that the SL sound that the mouth can make is one of the worst ones to say repeatedly into a microphone. Because I heard it in my own head with these headphones on, and it was awful. I hate it. I will endeavor to never use it in the future if I can. If I have to describe the act of, I'm sorry, I have to do it one more time, sliding around, for example, I will seek an alternative phrase, such as flailing about. Moving erratically in a way that indicates a lack of friction. Oh yeah, I wanted to brag, but I beat Osiris on the first try. Nice. That's no easy feat. He can be a tricky one, that guy. Especially his phase 2. The one where he kills a baby She can't see it because the baby is invisible. I think it's so weird that they had to work that into the lore. That the baby is invisible. Because, you know, the ratings boards would not have liked a boss fight in a video game where a dragon man slams his baby into the ground, killing it instantly, leaving it nothing more than a red stain on the floor, so that he can get a beast mode power up. So I can see why they had to do it, but it's still weird. There was a baby model, yeah, there was. I do recall this. I always think that I'm listening to the Resident Evil soundtrack when this song pops up, like all the time. It's like the same song. I've listened to them side by side. It's true. You wouldn't believe it, but it's true. Now, let's just say, for the sake of the argument, are Ben Shapiro memes still even in fashion anymore? Does anyone even care about that guy still? Did anyone ever care about that guy? I feel like even conservatives look at that guy as a bit of a weirdo. Is Dark Souls, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is a general, yeah, this should just be Dark Souls 1, I think. It's actually almost over. Thank you for letting me check that out. Let's just go to this one. This is from the Souls series now. This is another one I often listen to. It's got Demon Souls, got a bit of Bloodborne in it. It does not have... pardon me. I'm not bored, I'm just exhausted. There's a difference. We have not listened to the Sekiro OST. Let's see if there's relaxing Sekiro music. There just seems to be this thing where they loop songs for like an hour. We could try this here. Nah. If it's gonna be the same song for an hour, I don't think I can do it. I need my mix playlists. I don't know. I just know Ben Shapiro from the video of him looking at Cat Boys. Yeah, that sounds about like something he would do, turning a non-issue into something indicative of a culture war. Like he did with the song WAP, which literally had no bearing on culture at all, and yet everyone in that space of YouTube, the pseudo-political minded individuals who just are basically drama channels and just make up whatever they need to get a video out. They would have had you believe that WAP was going to spell the end of the world and society as we know it. I mean, just look at how salaciously these women are behaving. How dare they? Do you know what the P stands for in WAP? Can't believe it. Shaking and crying right now. Sending a letter to my nearest representative. But also, if the message is unclear, my stance on politics is that it's all stupid. So I don't pick sides. I'm not a centrist either. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not any of that. I just think it's all dumb. Should focus on things on a case-by-case basis, not a side-by-side basis, not in accordance with a party or a group of other people. Just sort the thing out and remove biases. That's how it ought to be done. And also, I'm back. Welcome back. I had Mask do the D&D quiz, and he got true neutral. He was sliding towards evil there a little bit, so I was a little concerned. But I think with some proper guidance, the right diet and exercise, I think he'll be alright. He brushes his teeth every now and then. Keeps his grades up. I saw that, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta get the brown. 1 second. Your eyes, out of here. Again. Ah. Pocket sand. And then, I don't know, vacuums the sand. Guys, I forgot to draw the thing. Ah, man. Continuity is so annoying. I hate having to make things the same as they were in a previous panel. Can't it just be easy? I gotta draw his little belt loop that holds his sword on the other panel. You can't even see his sword in most of these panels, but maybe I'll make it visible. Alright, so we put his belt loopy there. We didn't put it here, though. Oy, 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 what am I doing? Am I even a comic artist? Technically, no. Have not released one yet, but I'm working on it. We'll get there. That's what these streams are for. And also just for some accountability, because I guarantee you if I didn't, like, push myself to wake up earlier than I would have otherwise and do this stream, I would just not have done more progress on the comic, because I don't do that off stream. Because I'm just a very lazy person, and I sleep a lot. So when I'm not streaming, I just feel like I'm not doing anything productive, which is probably true. On the days that I missed stream last Monday and Friday, or last Friday, this Monday, I was just playing Street Fighter, which is not very productive. But it was fun. I blazed through World Tour. I'm almost done with it. I have like one more quest to do. It's like the final tournament, I think, in the story. And then I can go back and do all the side content. It's really funny seeing that your avatar's stats carry over into the battle hub from story mode. So if you just do the story mode, you got this jacked freakazoid that you can just beat people up with. And you know I made a freakazoid. Ain't nobody making a normal human being. Not with that character creator. It would be wasted potential. I think the Street Fighter... Street Fighter 6 character creator is the new Soul Calibur character creator. It's got competition now, that Soul Calibur character creator. I never would have thought I'd live to see the day. You could have streamed Street Fighter 6. Here's the problem. I was thinking the same thing. But my computer is too bad. It is so old. I need a new one. So, soon, in the near future, I will be getting a new PC. And then, when that happens, I might stream games more often, because I will be able to. Currently, I can barely run the game without streaming it. So I can only imagine what would happen to my CPU if I tried to do things in OBS while I was also trying to just run the game at its lowest graphical settings. Oh, fair. Yeah. Believe me, I did think about it. But then I saw how the game was running in isolation. And I was like, this is not gonna happen. Unfortunately. This is too bad. This is egregiously awful. I would not even want to watch this if I were another human being. I don't even want to experience it right now, and I'm a human being. That's why I'm getting a new PC to deal with that. And when I say I'm a human being, I do mean Goblin. Sorry for immersion breaking so often. I'm just not very committed to the VTuber lore. Some people are like hyper committed to immersion. And I respect that. But I'm more of the kind of person who acknowledges the idea of how can you be hyper into your lore of your fantasy VTuber to the point where you don't like immersion breaking? But you're also like a Twitch streamer. Like, how does that work in universe? Some people try to explain it in their lore. Some people do it very poorly, in my opinion. Man, this belt loop is giving me some sass right now. I feel you. I have Monster Hunter World and at the lowest settings and at 30 FPS, and it still uses like 96 to 100% of my GPU. I know. I gotta get a new computer. Luckily, I have the funds to do so now, but it's still annoying that after all these years, I finally have to just bite the bullet and drop like a couple grand on it. It'll be the first time in about, I don't know, 12, yeah, like 11 or 12 years that I've had a new computer. So that'll be fun. At the very least. Excuse me, Dark Souls, could you quiet down for a second? So loud. Good gravy. Which is all gravy. There's no such thing as bad gravy, and anyone who says it is a liar. Gravy is just a good substance. Inherently. And the thing it comes in is called a gravy boat. It's also whimsical. How could you even hate it a little bit? But yeah, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna build the PC myself. Listen, I know I could do it. There's not even that many parts. And the wiring is like the most complicated part, and it's not even that hard. But I don't trust myself, and I have a friend who's had terrible luck building PCs, and I know one static shock is enough to mess up an entire part, and his house is very staticky. There's a lot of pet hair and everything. A lot of fabrics and cloth about. So I don't want to ruin any of the parts. You can buy the parts individually and build it. It's cheaper than buying a pre-built one, right? Yes, same. Yeah, see, I was just talking about. I don't trust myself to build the PC. Why is my music so quiet? Oh, it's this one. It gets me every time with its 30 seconds of silence. But yeah, I'm going to be getting a pre-built. If you're curious what website, it is from NZXT. That is from what I understand to be one of the better pre-built websites. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to get their pre-built, because what they let you do is it's kind of like a pre-built, but you get to pick the parts anyway. So basically what they're doing is they're just assembling it for you. So that's basically all I need them to do. But I still get the freedom to pick the parts that I want within the ones that they have. The problem I've had with NZXT so far is I haven't even bought their PC yet because they're always sold out of... They're like selling out of parts all the time, and they have to replace it with new ones. And if you have something in your cart, they're like, oh, sorry, we sold out of that thing you were holding in your cart. You're going to have to pick a new component. So I guess I'll just have to wait for them to get a computer that I actually want with the parts that I actually need. But I don't trust anything like there's some other PC builder sites. There's one called like iBuyPower and CyberPower that I don't want to use because everyone who uses them is like just nightmare horror stories about having to fix the PC themselves or troubleshoot the entire rig. And it's like, why are you even getting a pre-built if the service that is supposedly assembling it for you never does it correctly? And if you, it's like at that point, it's just definitely cheaper to do it yourself. How much are they? I mean, you can set your budget. I set mine at like $2,500 because that's just what it is. But I don't know how low the end of the spectrum can go. Here, let me see. Let me see what they can do. NZXT, build a custom PC. Start your build. You can set your budget down to $1,500 at the minimum, from what I can see. But and your maximum can be 3,000 plus. Get yourself a freaking supercomputer. Ship yourself off to Mars. Let's go on. You know, this will be a fun little thing. Let's browse what I would run myself with. You just get the default case. Give me that. See, look, they have please select a different item. I haven't even picked one yet. That's how low on supply they are with all their stuff. I'm a little bummed out because they had like an Asus 4070, which was very cool to me. And they don't have it anymore. How do I go back? Go to the base. Go here. Motherboard. This is standard stuff. You don't need anything fancy for a motherboard. i5s are a little eh. I would go with an i7 personally. Yeah, I won't get anything anytime soon. Yeah, it's an investment for sure. You get the RAM, you get the 32 gigs these days because that's what you need. You don't need it, but apparently it's going to become more stable. I'm trying to future-proof a little bit. The cooling, I've heard, is fine at 240. I sneezed. Luckily, I muted it. And then the GPU, they have a 4070, but it's from this company called PNY. And I don't know if they're reputable. It's 12 gigs, though, and I do like it, so I'll add it. 4070, I don't even need a TI. A 4070 regular would have been great, but they don't have one anymore. And the performance upgrade from the 4070 to the TI is apparently very minimal, so I don't even need it. And then the storage, give me freaking 2 terabytes at the freaking very least. Give me those 2 terabytes. They're sold out of 4 terabyte storage, which is what I would like. I love having storage. Because this wouldn't be exclusively a gaming PC. This song is not even playing right now. Give me this. Thank you. I love having... I wouldn't be a designated gaming PC. I would have art and stuff in it. So I'm going to need a lot of file space. So 4 terabytes is like what I'm going to need. But yeah, you could see the computer that I want basically would be about 2100 to 2300. Depending on whether or not I can get a 4070 not TI, because I think that adds a couple $100. Just being a TI, maybe 100, 150, something like that. But this would be what I would get, I think. Something like that. Something like this. It could definitely run Street Fighter 6 better than what I have right now. That's for dang sure. And also with 32 gigabytes of RAM, I could do some intensive video editing if I ever learned how to do that. But, you know, stuff for the future. Does my screen capture? It shows my little browser window there. Get out of here. And then we'll go back to Clip Studio. We'll finally do the art that I'm supposed to be doing again. Can you get cooling without the lights? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, they have, they just have standard fans. They have some other stuff. Yeah, I'm looking at a bunch of... They have a ton of cooling options here. It looks like... Not all of them with the RGB. I almost said LGB. That's the other one. That's the meme that people say. You got your room filled with them LGBT colored lights in there. It's like, they're, do you mean LED lights, Grandpa? I guess so. I guess it'd be cheaper. It just depends on which one you're buying. Some of them are more expensive, some of them are less expensive. But yeah, they do have standard fans from what I'm looking at here. Back to the art. For once in my G-dang life. I swear I want to get this comic released at some point, guys. I promise. I swear. I'm not just memeing, okay? I just get very easily distracted is the problem. But yeah, I'm waiting for a couple more paychecks to come in so that when I buy this PC, I don't freaking overdraft myself and bankrupt my entire family. Is that what it's called, overdrafting? I don't know. I'm not a banker. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, nice. Yeah, I don't want to overdraft myself. I know what I'm talking about. I took an economics class in high school once. I didn't even say it right. I took an economics class once. The study of the financial situation in clownfish ecosystems. Anemonomics. Sorry, that joke is purely for me. Nobody has to understand or get that one. Even if you do, you don't have to laugh. You don't. I would rather you didn't. That's one of those identifiable behaviors. Laughing at anything I say, or finding it even remotely humorous, is the #1 indicator that you require professional help as soon as possible. The sooner the better, that the time is of the essence. Alright, colored in her hair. I don't know why I decided to make her a redhead. I just did. And the decision has stuck since. We got Twitter notice. Are they horny? Let's see. I hope not. Nope. Just some people talking about Jay Schlatt. Okay, that's fine. Twitter does like to talk about him sometimes. I wonder if they're trying to cancel him again. That usually happens. I have seen good PCs for like 700. I don't know if that would suit my needs these days. But yeah, I'm sure, especially if you get like refurbished units, you could definitely chip away at the price barrier. You could get some solid stuff for the refurbished units. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would personally go to 700 anymore. I think my computer that I have right now would be worth 700 if I resold it. Maybe. There is a slightly upgraded graphics card in there than the one that it had. My graphics card that was in there was so old, it was still in triple digits. It was a, I actually have it right here. It was a GTX 750. That is ancient history in graphics card terms. Not even 4 digits, not even in the thousands yet. That's how old that one is. But I guess the 4 terabytes is probably what drives the price up. Yeah, 4 terabytes of storage. That'll do ya. Storage is so expensive, and it's like, what am I even paying for? Empty space? How does that make any sense? Anyway, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week. What's the deal with buying storage? The more I have of it, the less stuff there should be filling it up. I should be paying less for more storage. Dahlia, you appear to have a little bit of whatever this is. Get it the frick out of here. Fill in your hair, please. For the love of God. I know I'm in charge of that, so basically what I'm telling myself is to get myself in gear here. Focus up. Can't handle these continuity errors. I'm going to give myself producer's notes at the end of every stream. Tell myself what I did wrong. Is the music playing at all on stream? Is it even audible anymore? Demon Souls character creation. I don't recall this one. I guess I never spent that much time in the Demon Souls character creator. On account of the fact that it was gonna look like garbage regardless of what you did. You were gonna look like an Oblivion NPC from the moment you got in there. It must be an allergen day. I'm feeling the urge to sneeze like 400 times within the past half hour. No, it's a sniffly day right now. Out here in Zotan Land. That's not the name of the world. In my lore, I just want to make that explicitly clear. Zotan Land is not canon. Where did I put this lady's hair? There it is. You get down here. I want to buy a PS5 just to play Souls games, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and the Dark Souls series, and Sekiro. I mean, it's not a bad reason to get one. I got my PS5 exclusively to play the Demon Souls remake when it came out. So, I definitely can't tell you that would even be a bad idea, because that would be hypocritical of me. I did exactly that. And Spoderman, yeah, the Spoderman games are very good. I played the first one. I have Miles Morales. Have not played it. I want to get around to it. Especially with Into the Spider-Verse popping off. Apparently they made another good movie. Crazy. Can't believe it. I haven't seen it, but I want to. I've heard great things, and it's crazy that Into the Spider-Verse and the crew that made it just stay winning so hard. Like, it's not even like, oh, it was okay. It's not as good as the first part, or the first movie, but I did enjoy it. No, everyone's like, yeah, no, it's still freaking kicking it, dude. Amazing. Spider-Man movies by Sony, who'd have thought they can actually be good someday? Not me. I saw The Amazing Spider-Man. I wish I didn't, but I have. For sure. Just one guy, just one Spider-Man or woman. We don't know for sure. Here, you can have your eyeballs back. That should be the last time I have to do that this stream, so we are now in the clear. I just gotta fill in this skin tone. This might seem a little self-aggrandizing, and it is, but I think it's valid. I've been reading a lot of webtoons, I guess always, but more so recently. Because it's what I do. I'm studying the industry, I'm analyzing the trends, not really, I just read them. And I've noticed that I'm also doing this thing where I do that, and then I go browse YouTube videos for writing tips. There's this one YouTube channel I found recently that has really good writing advice. What is his name? I'll try to find it. Was it Script Man? I'll try to... Surely it's not just Script Man, right? I don't... Local Script Man. It is Script Man. It's just local Script Man. But yeah, I've been watching his videos and looking up general writing advice. And then, seeing... I can try and apply the lessons in his videos and see if people are making those mistakes. Not just his videos, but all of the writing videos. And I'm just seeing if I can identify where in stories that people are doing things that may lead their story to not hit as effectively as it could, to use the Zoomer term. The story be hitting weak. It's this, and you know, you want to make a story that hits different. You don't want one to make that hits all the same. Okay. It gotta hit different. I don't know why I'm making myself sound so old. I am a Zoomer as well. I'm just a... there's the two Zoomer generations that I've broken them down into using my own category system. You got your TikTok Zoomers, which is, I believe you fall into that category, Mass. Just slightly younger than me. And then there's the Vine Zoomers, which is what I codify myself as. People who were around when Vine was in its heyday. That was our TikTok. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with all this. If you remember, let me know. God, I hate when that happens. My train of thought derails so easily. Should I get evaluated for, like, early onset dementia? Is that like a real early onset dementia? Is that like a real concern that I should have with myself? It happens so often. And then there's that thing that happens with me with, like, a word recollection. Or the thing I've been calling my mental dyslexia on stream. It happens, like, all the time. Do I have a cognitive impairment? Like, what is going on? I will not be classified as a TikTok Zoomer, but yes, you are correct. Yeah, you have no choice in the matter. That is what you are, according to my classification system. Sorry to tell you, that's just how it is. You, do not have a say. My nephew is a TikTok Zoomer. I respect him very much. Because, we are becoming... You know, the thing about having a nephew... Or I would say this is probably the same thing that people experience when they have a brother who is quite a bit younger than them. Is like the older you get as two individuals, the closer you become as peers, because you will have lived for a proportionately, increasingly similar amount of time. Because like when you're 20 and your nephew is like 10, that's like nothing. But if you're like 30 and your nephew is 20, then you both have a vastly similar amount of life experience compared to when you were 20 and they were 10. You've started to live through the same things, so I'm experiencing that with my nephew. And despite the fact that he is a TikTok Zoomer, we're becoming closer as peers, and I think it's just a cool thing to watch happen, you know? To just be able to understand this human being better on a fundamental level. Just because, you know, getting older is a thing. It's one of the plus sides to aging, I would say. Is viewing people who at one point were younger than you as peers. I mean, they are still younger than you. I said at one point younger, like they aged past you somehow. I'm not Benjamin Button. I can't do that. I can't age in reverse, I don't think. I've never tried. I guess I wouldn't really know where to start. Eat my leafy greens, maybe? Apply moisturizer? How do you stay young forever? Have we found the fountain of youth yet? There's that billionaire out there who spends like millions of dollars a year trying to stay young. And he does like blood transfusions with his sons and stuff. I wonder how that's going for him. I wonder how that's going for his sons. Does that make his sons older? Were they okay with this? All of these questions I do not care enough to look up answers to. I said at the top of the stream that I had some funny stuff to start talking about, and I haven't even gotten into that yet. I've just been rambling about dumb, stupid things, like usual. Like Shark Jesus. You know, there is that Jesus fish symbol, so maybe we saw it all. Maybe Jesus knew in the future all along that he would be reincarnated as a shark or some kind of marine wildlife. And that's where the Jesus fish symbol came from. I know it was supposedly a covert symbol to be secretive about your Christianity and your belief and your practices, but I choose to believe that he knew he would be immaculately conceived by a shark. Around 2,000 years after his death. One of the things I wanted to talk about, this isn't a silly thing though, but it was just about Street Fighter 6, and I think I did mention it, but Lily is annoying. Insufferable character to fight. She can just choose to not be minus if she so desires. And if she sells seashells by the seashore, don't even get me started. Oh no, I lied. I'm gonna have to hide the eyes again. Get them out of here. Once more with feeling. And now I shouldn't have to do it anymore. I needed this. And now I have it. And it is mine. Did the waist piece cover color, not cover. And then we go down here. I have finally started doing that thing I've been talking about because I think it'll help with... legitimately, this is one of the reasons. I think it'll help with memory retention. Which evidently I need some help with. So it's good to start now. Start now? Also should probably start up that third puberty or whatever I'm on these days. But I've started writing down topics as they come to mind so that I can talk about them later on stream. Which may seem like overkill. I don't think many, I don't even think big streamers do this, but I'm so bad at remembering things that I want to talk about that I've decided it's just for the best that I do this. So I now have a section in my notes app on my phone designated exclusively just to dumb things I want to ramble about. And we did the base layer. No, we didn't. Give me a moment. There's just one little thing I gotta do. And then the base layer will be done. So it is written, so it shall be done, so it is done. I don't know. What's the William Blake line? I forget. This sounds like a song that would show up in an MMO from 2000s, to the 2000s, not from 2000s. funnily enough, the very title and some of the core themes of this comic that I'm working on, this is the Guinevere theme, 100%. I know it from like the first note. I know, and it's sad that I'm at this point where I recognize it that easily, but I know it's the Guinevere theme now. Anyway, it happened again. I derailed my own train of thought. God, I'm stupid. Something about the comic. I'll get there. God. Like, do you see how this is a bad thing? It was literally 1 second of Guinevere's theme, and I was like, oh, I recognize that, and now I have no idea what I was talking about. 2 seconds ago. It is so bad. This is unhealthy. And I needed to... I gotta take, like, some kind of cognitive awareness test. There's gotta be something wrong, dude. Do I need to start taking Nariva? What? Some brain supplement? I don't know. I feel like I'm still here, mentally speaking. I feel like I'm present. I don't feel distant, or like I'm losing. Like I don't have gaps in my memory, where I like just come to, and it feels like it's been 5 minutes later than when I was just sitting around. No, that doesn't happen yet. And yet, there are so many things that happen where I'm like, oh god, that can't be good. To have experienced what I just did. Oh boy. What was I even talking about? I'm trying so hard. You know what? I'm gonna sit here and just designate 100% of my brain power. I know you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to try and remember things in the background while you're doing other stuff subconsciously, you know? But I'm gonna try to actively recall something right now. There's gonna be smoke coming out of my ears and everything. It's not working. I can't even remember. It's like an MMO from the early 2000s. And then I said something, and then the Guinevere theme came on. And the thing that I was talking about right in between those two events has deleted itself from my reality. And I hate that. I imagine old Zotan on a chair not being able to remember his complete name, suddenly hearing this theme and knowing what it is. The Dark Soul. God, dude. You don't even need to imagine old Zotan to it. You could just imagine me in a few hours, and that'll probably happen. My mom will, like, come in, and then she'll use my first name and say, what do you want for dinner? And I'll be like, I don't know, huh? Who's that? And then she'll be like, I was talking to you, and I'll be like, oh, that's right, that is who I am. That'll probably happen. God damn. Mask, do you know what I was talking about? I don't expect you to. But if you do, that'd be very helpful. I'm not gonna clip myself and go watch it back just to remember, although maybe I should. I am so puzzled by what I could have possibly been trying to say. Alright, we were talking about PC. This is way after that, I think. What is this layer? That's a funny little layer. And then about you possibly having dementia. Yeah, there was something in between all that, though. That's my problem. Something betwixt. And that's where my issue lies. I'll finish later. I did finish that later. Thank you, me. And then something else. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about on any given moment. If anyone's gonna have to pay attention to me, it's other people. I'm already doing it myself. I don't expect other people to treat me any differently. Treat others the way you want to be treated yourself, but also treat yourself the way you expect others to treat you. That's probably not healthy advice. Yeah, Guinevere's theme came on, my head was wiped completely blank. That did happen, I do remember that. That much I understand. Man, I'm a special little guy sometimes. That's the most flattering way I can put it. I'm just a special little guy. Let me see if let me see if one of your chat messages stirs something up. Sekiro, Spoderman, TikTok, Zoomer. Yeah, no, I don't even remember. It was definitely, it was like right after that. I'm gonna watch this part of the VOD later. Like an hour and 40 minutes in. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna write that down, actually. I have to know what I was gonna talk about. I could add it to my notes section about things that I was going to talk about. 1 hour, 40-ish. Maybe like 1:43-ish. And I'm gonna... What day is it? June 6th? Stream. I'm gonna write a note. What was I talking about? There, now I can go look at that later. And figure out this freaking mystery. That'll be a topic for next stream. Oh yeah, about you relating to your nephew, about how as you got older together you would relate to things better. That was one thing. But it was literally like one detail after that too. I'll find it. Don't even trouble yourself. I appreciate the effort. But I don't think anyone's going to be able to help me. Unless they scan the VOD, and I do not expect you to do that, so I'll do that myself. I'll get to the bottom of this. Freaking dummy. I'm a freaking dummy, man. I'm a dummy idiot sometimes. This needs to be brighter. Or lighter. But I do believe that that's true, and I do like that phenomena. To reiterate on something that I did talk about, and that I know I talked about, the idea of relating to people easier as you get older. It's just a pleasant thing to actually experience. As opposed to all the other stuff that comes with aging, like bodily pain. You know, not nearly as cool to just come upon in life. Just like, ah, I have joint pain now. Awesome. Very cool. I don't have joint pain, by the way, but I'm just using it as an example. I'm only 23. If I had joint pain, that would suck. I won't say it's impossible. I definitely know people who do. I have a friend who mountain climbs. I'm sure he's got some joint pain. I haven't asked him, but I'm sure he does. He'd be hiking all the time. I'm sure he's got some crick in his knee or something like that. Probably clicks a little bit when it's raining. I don't know if that's how that works. You always see that in TV shows that people are like, oh, my knees are bad because it's raining. For old people. I don't know if that's even accurate. I'm sure it's based in some science. Otherwise, this many TV shows wouldn't be using it as a bit. Her eyes are so close. Why did I do that? Move over, eyeball. Alright, I've had enough Dark Souls music. We're going back to the Okami music. Just because I like it. Oh yeah. That's a good one right there. Do it. Put the music into my veins. What else has been going on here? Have you guys heard... Mask, have you heard? Of the... I don't... Nobody should watch the Little Mermaid remake. I don't even know if it's out yet. I hope not. Hope it never comes out. Hope it gets put in development hell or whatever. Somehow just dies. But there's this song going around that leaked. I don't think it leaked, but the soundtrack was released before the movie came out. And there was this song called Scuttlebutt. And it was like it was so trash. Like one of the worst songs ever made type stuff. And Disney, they greenlit it. And I'm not going to play it on stream. For a multitude of reasons. Copyright being one of them. I don't want my VOD to get muted over some Little Mermaid remake song. But also, like, it's just like, it's ear-piercingly terrible. I don't even know how anybody thought it was a good idea to release. But if you're curious, and you want to hear a truly, like, what, just you want to see a song that indicates the absolute state of Disney as a company these days, you listen to that song. It's called Scuttlebutt from the Little Mermaid live action edition, Birth by Sleep. I don't know what to call it. And it was one of the most unpleasant experiences I've had to endure in recent years. And the comments of that video are the best part, though. You got your whole usual affair of like, man, she must have had some hidden talent. She should have kept it that way, because the singing is truly terrible, dude. Or like, if she got some hidden talent, she sure is good at hiding it, you know, stuff like that. It's really good. The comment section on that video is beautiful. Everyone just roasting it. And it's not nice to the singer, but in the defense of the comments, the singer of that song is a very rich and successful actress who probably does not care. So, you know, it's very easy to punch up at people who have, like, quintupled your net worth. If you're even, like, a modestly rich person. I don't like Disney anymore. The live actions are bad. True. The Marvel movies are bad. Nowadays, true. The only thing that saves it is the cartoons, which somehow they still managed to ruin by canceling them. Apparently, and I haven't seen it yet, but apparently Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is actually good. And I don't... Does James Gunn direct that one? I would assume that he did, because that's the only reason I... My microphone got muted. Nice. Well, how long did that happen? Thanks for looking out. What was the last thing you heard? Maybe I should be sleeping. I need to know how far back this goes. When did I accidentally press my mute key? Apparently James Gunn. Alright, so I'll just recap what I was saying. James Gunn directed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is nice to see that a Marvel movie with a vision actually came out, and that probably explains why it's one of the few good ones. to come out, one of their superhero movies. So I will be seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at some point. I selected that mute key specifically because it was hard to hit. And yet here I go hitting it. I think by the time I draw these faces, I should be able to wrap stream and then just debate within myself if I actually want to buy this computer yet. Or hold out until they have just a regular 4070. I should have bought it when I had the chance, man. Then they sold out of the part that I wanted. That's just the way it happens. Dahlia, your eye is, for lack of a better term, whack, and I'm gonna need to fix that real quick. You know what, actually thinking about it, my mute key is... I should be hitting it all the time, actually. I should be hitting it way more. Because the escape key... That's probably what happened. My mute key is the apostrophe on the top left of the keyboard. And the escape key is literally just right above that, so... I probably just hit that on accident now looking at it. I'm surprised I haven't done that more, honestly. Thinking about it at this very moment. That seems like something I would do all the time. I wish I were avant-garde enough of a streamer to have made that the bit for just the rest of the stream, and just not realized or pretended to not realize that I was muted. Apparently James Gunn, and then just that's it. That's the rest of the content. I'm not that bold of a performance artist, but maybe one day when I get the self-confidence required to do stuff like that. And just completely tank any watchability of the live stream. Maybe then I shall be able to do bits like that. The truly non-notable and stupid ones. They have no purpose other than to annoy. And bewilder. But not in like a whimsical sense, in like a what are you even doing sense of the word. God, I gotta go to work tonight. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Dahlia, your nose needs to move. I think her mouth is a different shape than I normally do it. Let me check. I gotta see what shape I did the mouth. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Page... This one? I don't think I've saved recently. I'm probably going to do that the moment I get back into CSP. I am a little sad, though, with this new PC being so expensive. I was planning on, getting a Steam Deck, but other things come first. And the thing that I do the majority of my work on definitely has priority. So this PC is going to be the upgrade, and then, I don't know, Steam Deck will have to wait a few months, I suppose. Also, her mouth definitely has a different shape than the one I am using right here. It's a little bit more uniform on the upper lip. Which means I have to arch these down here. Convey the similar emotion. She's got this little lip divot here that I've given people. I don't know if I like it from this distance, though. It's more of a close-up shot kind of thing. Yeah, I'm thinking once we do the faces, we'll have to wrap up for the stream. But the next stream, we do the backgrounds and the values, the shading and highlights, and then we can move on to the next page pretty seamlessly. I don't think there should be too many hang-ups on this one. I do want to fix this face, though. Lady, where is your face line art? There it is. There, that looks like a decent enough panel to me. Let's flip it around, see if I still agree. Yeah, that looks fine. Good. Actually, I wanted to, do a little sweat droplet. Does that even read as a sweat droplet? Let's do this. I don't think it does. I think that reads more like a sweat droplet. Kind of just looks like a wart, though, so we'll get rid of it. Maybe if I had a highlight later. Alright, on to the other two faces, and then I'll probably wrap it up. Let's start with the smaller one, less detail inherent within it, which means less work for me to begin with, at least at the start. What is this? What is this layer hiding? What are its secrets? It doesn't look like it's hiding anything. Alright. Well, as long as it's not hiding anything, I can use it as my sketch layer. You could add like a little reflection. Yeah, I might do that. I was thinking I could add a little highlight to the droplet as well. maybe we'll go back and do that. And then her freaking brow line would be here. Let's just get real gestural with the eyes and see how that gets us. See if that strikes the mood. Strikes her fancy. So far, not so good. I think my brush might be a little too gestural, too thick. Too thick, too quit. It's working. It's getting better. Now the question is, can I just kind of do the whole song and dance? Clip Studio, stop saving automatically. You act like I don't save at all. Which is true. There, I just saved manually for the first time in ages. And it was lagging as a result. Edit, transform, flip. Oh, it didn't duplicate at all. What are you doing here? There you go. Why don't you try that on for size? Get yourself over there. And this is where I readjust the facial features, because her hair really... I should really place these before I put the hair over everything. That's just a good way to go about it. There, now things are placed where they would be on a head, so that's good. Not where they would be placed on a hair, which is not how facial features are typically placed, as far as I'm aware. If they were, bald people would look way scarier, I think, because where would their facial features go? Freaking nowhere. Because they don't have any hair to put things on, if that's how it would be, if that's how the case would be. And we gotta erase this little doodad. merge all that. I wonder if that vibration on my phone picks up on mic. Because mic is just on my desk, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's like if I tap on the mic stand, I can definitely see that popping up on the audio. Vibration, you're welcome. I think. You know what I might have been talking about? Or might not have been. I'm still going to watch the VOD to check. I might have been talking about how applying writing lessons from webtoons was a thing I was doing recently. Or just reading them with the ideas in mind from videos that I had browsed that day. If that's not what I was talking about, an idea I have to add on to that was that I saw one. It was like expressing specifically that comics are a visual medium. And, you know, show don't tell is 15 times more important than it even would be when writing a novel. And that came to mind because I was reading a webtoon where they were showing the events on screen with the paneling and the imagery, but then they were explaining everything that was happening in like a little narration box alongside every panel. It was very bizarre to see. It was like they were writing a book and making a comic at the same time. And I didn't quite know how to even perceive that. Needless to say, I will not be doing something like that in my own work. I will not say the work so as to not drag the creator. I don't think they really deserve it for just making a writing error. It's not even really a writing error. It's more of just like a medium error. Like just assuming that you need narration explaining each panel. You don't need it. You just draw what's happening. You don't got to explain it. And if you drew it good enough, then people will generally be able to figure it out, what you were doing. Doesn't even have to be good, it just has to be clear. And if your comic gets so famous, it starts getting fans translation to other languages. And I hope they're all bad, and I hope several memes are created as a result of how bad the fan translations are. I want a full-on JoJo Duang, alright? I want, like, my Part 4 JoJo fanlation. where it's just unintelligible and you can't even tell what's going on. That's what I want. Does this look right? Does this look correct? I love translation teams that play, for example, I'm reading manga right now, and they changed the character's name to BBB, standing for Bitch Boy Ball, yeah. Or Bal. Yeah, if they're having fun with it, that's one thing, but if they're just inept, that's a whole other thing. If they're just... I like translation teams that are just, like, horrible at their job. That's my whole deal. People who barely understand their own language, let alone another one that's not their native one. That's my entire thing. I love that. You're reading a fanlation and it looks like it was translated to Chinese, back to Japanese, to English to Japanese, then back to English again, and that's the version we got. That's my favorite. There, I think that looks good enough. She is looking over to the side, I guess. I guess so. Let's flip it again and see if I like it. Not everything needs to be perfect, and not everything will be perfect. Very few things when you're making a comic will be perfect. It's just kind of one of those mediums where you will have to proceed, knowing that everything is going to frustrate you for not being as good as you envisioned it in your mind's eye. It's like every illustration that an artist does, but at a rate that is inhuman. It's like what animators must feel. Animators make great draftsmen because they draw so many bad drawings simply by the nature of drawing frames and how that works. They have to draw a bunch of figures. They have to draw so much. You know, they just improve rapidly as a result. I feel like the comic artist is a good middle ground for all of that. Where, you know, I'm not drawing illustrations once every few days, but I am drawing a lot of illustrations. And I don't have a lot of time to designate to them. But as a result of drawing a lot quickly, you are getting some form of practice by way of doing them a lot. That you wouldn't just doing illustrations every couple of days, and then studies in between. Or every few days. Some Twitter artists could probably crank them out every couple of days, and they do. I've seen them. They're crazy. Don't try to be like those people. They're nuts. One more face, everybody. And I think it's going to look a little whack if I don't move these facial features down. Yo, get this man off the keys. He is going too hard right now for the relaxing music playlist. I am not even vibing right now. I am just straight jamming. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Stop vibrating, phone. I swear I had you on mute before. Wait, how did you get your vibration turned back on? I'm gonna have to fix that. Saw a tweet that was, it said something to the effect of, I can't believe I lived through the era where we used to buy ringtones. Nowadays, if this little rectangle made any noise whatsoever, I'd throw it at a dang wall. And I just think about that very frequently. Every time I hear this vibrate out, I'm gonna need to shut that off. Hi, green man. Hello, bird lady. Takes away your vibration. I wish you would. I should do it myself, but my phone is like 2 feet away, and that's far too long for me to reach. Sorry, I haven't been keeping up with chat when it updates immediately because my phone is on my desk as opposed to my thigh. Let me move that. There, now I should be able to read it easier. Still don't have a new desk, by the way. How was your flight? Are your wings tired? Sorry, that was insensitive of me. I retract my bird joke. Zotan might have dementia, who knows? Yeah, I really don't know, I can't tell. It's getting increasingly likely by the day. Get a desk. No. I gotta get a PC first, and then I'll get a desk. My PC is very old, and it's time to go. Yes, my wings are exhausted, and I'm lying in bed in recovery. I'm so sorry. Sorry to hear it. But not too sorry, you know? Healthy level of sorry. get that desk first? No, I need my my PC is like, you guys don't understand. It's on the verge of exploding every time I turn this thing on. It feels like it's having 18 discrete memory leaks all at once. And it takes 40 years for a single Google Chrome tab to open. To get OBS to open it, I have to sit here for like 10 minutes. It's bad, man. Like, I need to remedy the situation soon. What do you mean you're getting a PC first? It can't fit anywhere like your desk, Matt? No, I could just... Well, my PC currently is on my desk. So I could just put it in place of the other one. I mean, you've seen the monolith. It's going to be a similar size, spacing-wise. Your PC is busy summoning... I could just put it where that... I won't even need to summon aliens anymore. The monolith is going elsewhere. It's not like I'm going to have 2 computers. I'm going to have one, and I'm going to put this one in the garbage can. Where it should have gone like 5 or 6 years ago. May I see the monolith? I think I... where the fuck do I have this thing? Yeah, hold on. I think I got a picture of it on one of my character design sheets, which doesn't make any sense out of context, but I forget the events that led us to that point, so... It literally looks like it's from Dead Space. Yeah, hold on, I have it. Yeah, it's right here. The eye is also there, but that's not what... That doesn't come with it usually when you order it. Mine just kind of grew on at some point, so I represented that here. It is unblinking. It seems like it's very agitated, or at least like it should be. I don't see any bloodshot veins. But it is ever present and always peering. It's there every day. And at night. Gonna try to throw it away and it'll be unable to. It'll be like that, what the heck is... It'll be like that Animaniacs bit where they're about to get kicked out of a building by whatever person they're annoying. And then when they kick them and the camera angle changes, the person who is kicking them out is the person who lands on their butt outside, and then they're like, what the... And then they turn around and the Animaniacs are walking back in the... That's one of my favorite bits they do, by the way. I'm gonna see if I can find that. I don't even know how I'm gonna find it. It grew an eye? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if grew is the right way to put it. Kind of like materialized, digitized one. Like a camo pattern appear, like a digital camo pattern appear, like a grid of cubes, and then the one just kind of was there. It'll be you who gets thrown out. I gotta find this Animaniacs bit. It's the funniest joke that they do, and I love it every time. They're just getting thrown out of a building, and then the person throwing them out is the one who... It's just like the easiest, dumbest bait and switch for cartoon logic, but it's the funniest thing ever. I don't even know how I would find this specifically. I don't think I'll be able to. But that is a bit that they do, and I love that every time. Yeah, I can't find it. Not within like 10 seconds of Googling, which basically means it's impossible to find, and I give up forever. Whatever happened to the revival series they were doing? I know they did season 1, and then they said season 2 was happening. And I haven't heard anything. I was watching that because I watched the hell out of that show as a kid, so of course I'm going to watch it as an adult man-child who has nothing better to do with his free time. Could be doing charity work, could be working at a soup kitchen. Nope. I am watching Animaniacs. It's on a platform that people don't watch it. Was it even made yet? Animaniacs Season 2. New series. The second season premiered on November 5th, 2021. Okay, so yeah, I'm just way late to the party then. You are 100% correct. So you forgot about it? I did indeed. That has been known to happen. Well, I guess I have something to watch now. So that's Pog. I forgot about them just like Warner Brothers did. How dastardly of me. That's another layer. I don't need another layer. Well, I guess since there's 2 people in here now, I can go over some of the dumb stuff I was talking about that I wrote down in my notepad app before I forget to mention it again. I had a couple topics of dumb things that have been occurring over the past couple of days. One of which is just a minor annoyance, but I think it'll be, you know, it's worth noting. I was walking around with my earbuds in my place of work during a graveyard shift, and the store that I work at is open for, it's open for my shift. During the first hour, customers are there, and the store is open for like an hour. And the store is closed, and then it opens again, and I am in there for like an hour when customers are coming in for the day. So when I first got in there, I lost my earbuds, and I noticed that I had lost them about like 10 minutes into my shift. And so I started looking around, and inevitably, they had been stolen. It only took like 10 minutes to elapse before I realized they were gone. And I had lost my earbuds. They weren't like expensive, they were probably like a $10 pair of earbuds. But I got so upset because that would mean for the rest of the shift of stocking shelves, which is one of the most mind-numbing activities that you can engage in as a human being, I would have nothing to listen to except my own thoughts, and those are, I don't like those. They're very annoying and oftentimes boring. Not nearly as interesting as a D&D podcast that would usually fill the space. So, I was straight up, I probably looked very pitiful. I was straight up forlorn at the fact that these earbuds had disappeared and I would have nothing to entertain me for the next, like, 8 hours. They were stolen? Yeah. It's like being in isolation 100%. Yeah, it only took... I lost them for like 10 minutes while the customers were in the store during the late night hours for like an hour. So someone sees a $10 pair of earbuds on the floor of a grocery store and is like, ooh, don't mind if I do. Used earbuds? Somebody else's earwax? Perfect for me, I guess. It's like, I guess whatever gets you off, dude. I don't care. So I just bought new earbuds today. They'll come in whenever. I probably have a backup pair that I can look for in the meantime. But yeah, I was like, I got irrationally sad because I was just like listening to my own thoughts, stocking shelves for 8 hours. I probably looked like, we're talking like straight up teenage girl looking out the window at the moonlight, wondering why Johnny didn't ask her to the prom levels. I'm pretty sure I made the exact noise of just like, at least several times that night, which was last night, so it's not even that long ago. This was yesterday. Are they good? I don't know if they were more desperate. They were okay. You look like you went through a breakup. Yeah, I looked pretty... I'm sure I looked pitiful for a guy who just lost $10 earbuds, but that was one dumb thing that happened. Somebody stole my earbuds after I had lost them for like 5 or 10 minutes. Could not have been much longer than that. They didn't show up at the lost and found. I checked the service desk. They didn't have them. So I'm assuming somebody just stole them, which is very strange to me. Earbuds are like one of the weirdest things to steal. Used earbuds, especially. So that's the first dumb thing that happened over the past few days. The second dumb thing that happened to me, and basically all of these are just my financial woes of just nickel and diming myself out of my own money. Losing my earphones. That's like $10. I had to buy a new pair. And the second thing was I accidentally, and this is nuts, even still I can barely believe that I did this, I accidentally bought God of War Ragnarok a second time on my PS5 while I was in a completely different room on a different floor of my house using my DualShock controller on my PC playing Street Fighter 6. I managed to use the Bluetooth capabilities of the DualShock controller on my PC to both play Street Fighter 6 in the room that I was in and also somehow navigate to the shop page on my PlayStation 5 and buy God of War Ragnarok without even looking. I have no idea how it happened. I am still flabbergasted. I have to get the refund soon. In fact, they're past the time when I can do that today, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. I forgot about that, but yeah. I managed to buy God of War while I was in a completely different room playing on a completely different console. So I am out $50-something. I don't even know what version I bought, or if I bought like a digital upgrade to the PS5. I own the disc, and the weirdest thing was that it cost like $50-something, which is a weird number for it to cost, unless it was like some weird add-on that I bought, because the game is like $70. The combination of inputs to do that. I am well aware. Don't you think I know this? Don't you think I've been thinking about this since it happened? Just wondering, like, how did I even do that? How did that happen? And it is funny, like, literally the next time I went onto the PlayStation shop on the PS5 to check if I could remove my credit card information, because apparently I should have. I didn't know the DualShock Bluetooth could just work like that on two things at once. It said, "Would you like to put a passcode on checkout?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I would actually, for forever. That will just be how things are now, I think." So that I don't accidentally spend $53 on God of War Ragnarok while not even in the same room as it. I don't know how that happened. A little infuriated as to how. I'm going to ask for a refund. I don't even know if I'll get a refund or what I even bought. I thought my account got hacked, because I got an email from Sony that was like, "You just bought God of War Ragnarok," while I was playing Street Fighter 6. I changed my password. I was freaking out. Later I go downstairs and I see, oh wait, no. The store page is open on my PS5 and it's on, which is weird because I leave it in rest mode all the time. So I just... Needless to say, that was probably the dumbest thing that happened to me in a long while, which is the main reason I wanted to bring up this sequence of financial hardships that I've faced recently that are self-imposed. And then somehow you're able to put in the passcode while doing an uppercut. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that was ridiculous. Still is ridiculous. I will probably not stop thinking about that for way too long. It's just one of the dumbest things that's ever happened to me. I wasn't even on the same floor of my house as my PlayStation. Oh. So what's going on with you guys? Do you got any stories, Swan? That's my story. I don't have any convention stories, so that's the closest thing to an interesting story you'll get out of me. That's funny. I'm glad somebody enjoys it. I'm still miffed about it myself, although I do definitely see the humor in it. You're a real multitasker, perhaps the only multitasker. To that degree. Nobody does it like I do. Completely unintentionally and in a different room. May I ask you guys stories? You got any war stories, war tales? Here's something I can talk about too. We saw Knives Out. By we, I mean me and my familia. Can I say that? I don't think so. I don't think I'm, like, not allowed to, but I also don't think that I should be allowed to, you know? It's a good movie. It's a good flick. I like that one. We're probably gonna watch the sequel soon. The Glass Onion one. It felt like a murder mystery for most of it, but then it kind of turns into a Columbo episode where they show you what happened, and then you just kind of gotta wonder if the protagonist is gonna get away with it, or if the antagonist is gonna get away with it. It was interesting. I really haven't been out some time. Vacations change again. I like Knives Out. I like the sequel too. I'm glad I was interested. We're probably gonna see the sequel soon. We do have some catching up to do, me and my family, on movies. We haven't seen John Wick, the new one. We haven't seen the new Guardians of the Galaxy either. Talked about those a little bit. And I'm not even going to talk about all the freaking anime and television shows that I have to... I haven't even seen Arcane yet. Isn't that ridiculous? As a visual artist, one of the most, like, unprecedented... One of the most innovative visual expressions of the medium of television in decades, and I haven't seen it yet. And apparently the writing is also fantastic? That doesn't happen all the time. And I'm a little late. I haven't seen Arcane either. Yeah, I know. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. I like the newest John Wick too. I'm glad. I'm glad all these movies have good reviews. From both strangers and people I know alike. I have noticed something about myself. What is that, man? Arcane seems cool, but I haven't seen it. Okay, so at least I'm not the only one. This is a common phenomenon. Everyone has called Arcane the greatest show of all time, but nobody has actually seen it. Interesting. This is like people who, What's something like that where this would happen? Don't tell Steve you haven't seen it. I wouldn't dream of it. Never ever. I stare at people, and I mean when I'm walking out on the street. Well, if you're aware of it, surely that's a behavior you can modify. Modify. It's a good Lemon Demon song if you guys know who that is. And if you don't know who that is, it's a good Lemon Demon song and you should look it up. I want to watch the D&D movie and the new Spider-Verse movie. I also want to see the new Spider-Verse movie. I have seen the new D&D movie. 2 trucks having sex. Yeah, that's another good Lemon Demon song. My muscles, It doesn't make any sense. Just don't expect a Lemon Demon song to make sense. And I do it subconsciously, I don't even notice it. Yeah, I zone out sometimes, and I catch myself staring. Luckily, it's never been, like, in an awkward situation where I'm, like, staring directly at someone's, like, groin or whatever. Just, like, honed in on it. That hasn't happened yet. I can give my review of the D&D movie, because I have seen it. I would say I did enjoy it. However, if you're going in there believing the reviews that it is a transcendental, like, 9 out of 10 movie, I do not agree with that take. It is a good movie. I think people just got excited, a little too excited, because it was a good D&D movie, which up until this point has not happened yet. We have had many bad D&D movies, but never a good one yet. But I do not think it is the 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 masterpiece, as some people are calling it. We should do a movie night through streaming? We could do that. And then we can watch all the movies, that's true. I just want a decent D&D movie, and that is what it can provide you. It is a decent D&D movie. And if that's all you need, that's what it'll give you. You don't need much more than that. Dahlia, what is with your fucking eyes? Why are they so hard? Nice. Yeah, it's like, it's a good one. Definitely better than every other attempt prior, which is not saying a lot, but I'll even go so far as to say better than every attempt prior combined. That I can say with full confidence. Not even a close competition. Our expectations are low, and that's how it should be. I have a resting bitch face, and I noticed I do this because someone asked what the fuck I was looking at. So now I stare at the floor when walking outside. I'm sorry, Mask, that you went through with that. What the fuck are you looking at? Sorry. It is a little funny, though. If it makes you feel any better, someone with the capacity to just walk up to someone and ask what the fuck they're looking at without any regard for how they're being perceived is probably someone who would have done that to just about anyone. And it probably wasn't you specifically. That I would put that on them, not you. You can just have a neutral expression. It's perfectly fine. I have a fairly monotone voice and neutral expression, so I'm no stranger to it. I have noticed, though, here's something I noticed about myself, if we're all talking about our secrets. Sometimes, like, you know, you got your neutral expression. You know, you're just like, here. And you got a little nose, usually. Some of you might not have noses. This might be, exclusive of me to assume, but, you know, you got noses and you're just doing a neutral expression. You know, you're like this. And you got a face, perhaps. Sometimes I'll notice that I don't have resting, bitch face, but I do have resting DreamWorks face, where I will just do like this, and then just do this. And I don't know why I do that. I just do this. And I just have this expression, like, I'm always inquisitive about something. Zotan, I have no noise or nose. You have no nose? I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome in, Garo? Yeah, but this is something I find myself doing. I was doing it literally just now. I was like doing, I don't know why I do that. And then I have glasses, so it would look something like that. I look like that. And then we got an ear, of course. And then we got this. And then I don't shave, so I'm a very neck-beardy kind of lad right now. I don't have a mustache that does that. I have this kind of mustache. It doesn't connect down here yet. I say yet, like it's gonna happen someday. When I grow up, I'm freaking 23. When I grow up, my beard is gonna connect to my mustache. I swear to God. I'm a frog. That's true. I am sorry. I did not draw this example with frogs in mind. Mine does that. I wish I had a connecting mustache. I don't, though. I have a very patchy beard and mustache combo that I need to fully represent here with a little more space here. There we go. That looks a little bit more scrungly, which is what I'm rocking right now. Because I don't have time to shave when I'm sleeping. And then what's my hair situation going on here? Something like this, I think. Yeah. Something like that. Some like full-on radish, I think, is what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah, that's what... Surrounded by bearded men. What do you want? I don't look good when I'm clean-shaven. I gotta grow the beard. I shouldn't say I don't look good with it, either. I just look better with it. Okay. And we'll do this. And I'm about this wide. So, you know. This is what we're rocking right now. Put a shirt on. Thank you. Okay, I guess it's midriff pairing. I don't know why I drew that. I don't know why I did it that way. I'm NB. Thank you much. Hold on, let me... That's true, and you don't have a beard. On account of being a frog. Damn, that hair is fire. I know. I'm bringing it back. What did Rob say my aesthetic was? The medieval 1980s? Freaking nailed it. Why can't frogs have beards? Don't make me get into frog biology. Well, I do. I can't keep track of everything. I've seen the Avatar. I didn't see no facial hair on the frog avatar. Don't tell a frog what they can or can't be. Swan, don't get me into this hot water right now. John Lennon core. Canon Zotan wears crop that. There's too much of this inflammatory, incendiary things being thrown at me right now. Avatar has no facial hair. That's what I thought I remembered. Maybe your eyes need checking? I don't know, dude. I just told you I had glasses. I told you this in confidence. I'm doing resting DreamWorks face again, except now I'm turning this eyebrow into another downwards facing one. This is what's happening right now. I don't know how to draw that on the avatar. Get your prescription updated. Yeah, I probably should, actually. Can I finish this face so I can finish this stream? Anytime soon. I have stuff to do, like sleep. Because I haven't done that today. You could try so many things on the avatar. Where is your avatar? Give me... I gotta get that for a second. Never. Apparently not. Bringing up Garrow's channel. Oh yeah, also I forget my glasses often, so I squint, and that adds to the notion that I judge people. You got a full-on Clint Eastwood going when you're outside, it sounds like. Hold on, sorry if you hear Garrow's stream, I'll try to pause it quickly so there's not overlapping audio just all over the place. Oh, it started with an ad, never mind, we're Gucci. I'm getting a reference. Alright, there it is. Yeah, we'll just... Yeah, that should be simple enough. You just throw a beard on there? Yeah, this will be fine. This will be great. This will be grand, even. You got the eyeball. You got the pupils there. What's the face shape? It's just round, right? Alright, yeah. You got the whoosh, and then the whoosh. And then you got the fro, not the fro, but you know what I mean, the do. Forgive my lackluster interpretation. Go 15 minutes into, yeah. And then you just do that a little bit. And then we got this. And then we just need the beard on the avatar. What are you thinking? Are we talking full-on wizard? What do we want here? Do we want luxurious locks emanating from the face? Because I, for one, think that looks pog. And if I could grow a beard like this in real life, I would. And it wouldn't even be a question. A villain mustache? Interesting. I don't know, Gar, I'm telling you. I know you just re-debuted your avatar, but, like, something to consider. They said it doesn't connect. Well, what if it did? We're fantasizing here. We can do whatever we want. What if we, Guys, I swear this webcomic's gonna come out someday, but shut up. I'm doing other stuff right now. This frog suddenly looks so wise. Frogs are very wise-looking creatures. They always look like they know what they're doing. Or that they're in their element. We could do, this little classic little western number here. This little thing here, and then you got the, like you're a beard oil salesman. Sales poison. We could go with like the Civil War general. Don't do this one, by the way. Not only does it look bad, it might be a little problematic still. I don't know. You could do that thing where the mustache just kind of goes down to the chin for some reason, and people do that. And then there's no beard. Like, that's just it. I like the idea of a full curly beard. I'm still very peach fuzzy. Let's see. Full curly beard. Yeah, I can do a little free. If you wanted hair with curls in it, say Monor. If you... As I was gonna say it. That doesn't even make sense. What the hell is wrong with it? Say Monor. Don't say Monor. I don't know what it means. It could be very offensive. Everything looks cute. If you wanted curly locks, that's like my main vibe. Have you seen every character I've designed ever? That's like all I can do. There. This is a good one, I think. A wizened frog beyond their years. Get on out of here. Actually, you know what? I'll control paste it. And I'll delete it from this layer, and then I'll just hide it right there. You can hang out in the comic. I'm Santa, yeah. Santa is in the comic for posterity now. I will forget why that's there in the future, and I'll be very confused, but it'll be worth it. When I'm uploading that to Google Drive, I'll be like, what the hell is this lair for? What was I doing? Give it a little wizard hat. Well, now that you said that, I don't see why I can't do that. Why do wizards often have like that belt around this part of the hat? That's like all I can really describe it as is a hat belt. What is that for? Anyone know? I'm in the comic on a technical level. True. Garrow is now canon to the comic. You can all write that down on your lore sheets here. If you've been writing, keeping notes, taking names. How long have I been streaming? God, I planned on ending stream like half an hour ago. What is wrong with me? The comic will come out someday, guys. That I swear. I think I gotta move this eyeball to be truly satisfied with myself. If you take out Garrow, the comic falls apart. It's for structure. True. The hat is for structure. I thought you were saying Garrow's for structure for the comic. Garrow's an integral part of the story. That's what I'm saying. If you remove the Garrow arc, none of it makes sense. It's like the Black Swordsman arc in Berserk. It may seem not important, but it's one of the most pivotal arcs in the series. It gives you a sense of guts, motivations, and his characterization, which is imperative leading into the Golden Age arc. I don't know if this comic will have arcs, but it will have something akin to arcs, I think. I don't know how much of the traditional manga structure I'm really going to ape here with my Western-ass Western comic here, doing a Westernly Western thing. The only way it could get more Western is if I made it about cowboys, and I didn't do that because I think it would be boring. You have made the first fan art of Garrow? Really? I would have thought it had been done already. Weren't you in that poster? On the, on your re-debut? Didn't you have art done there? I guess that was commissioned, so I don't know if you're counting that. But if so, if the true first fan art has been done here, then I'm glad to hear it. I am the first one. Yeah, but someone paid for it. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Is this face good yet? Do I hate it? Do I like it? What's going on? These feelings are conflicting. On one side, I'm like, it's good enough, and on the other hand, I'm like, I hate it. And I feel bad. Maybe this isn't wide enough. I think that's the issue, actually. Make this pupil wider. I think I found it. I think I found the asymmetry. spelled my name wrong in the clip title. And so it shall be forever. I mean, I can delete clips if you want to make another one. I can definitely go around. I can go back and do that. It's not like I have people making hundreds of clips of me a day, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Let's flip this. I am so out of it this morning. I am out of it all the time. I mean, that's gotta be part of... It's gotta be where the dementia meme comes from. I feel like I have it, and I felt like I've had it so many times on this stream. At this point, I am considering being cognitively evaluated. Just to see if there's something going on, you know? I need a neurologist. I need a brain guy, or brain lady, or brain otherwise inclined. I just need someone to get in there who is professionally and medically licensed and tell me if there's plaque on my cerebral cortex. There's the clip. Is this the clip of the fan art, as they call it? Okay, yeah, there it is. Facial hair. Oh, you did a hero facial hair. Hero facial hair. I don't want to listen to my own voice. Mute this. Here we go. I've muted it. Now no one has to listen. Oh my god, what is happening? What the hell is going on? These clips are... What is happening? Can I show this? I'm gonna show it. I'm not gonna draw specific attention to it, but I am gonna show it on screen. It's on Twitch. It's a clip on Twitch. Now, bottom right. It's right there. You see it. Second from the right. The clip. I don't even know why it's there. Like, what is that doing on twitch.television? How am I even to explain that? Twitch. I thought I was on Twitter for a second. Yes, I'm watching the clip now. Okay, yeah, that's literally just what the streamer here is drawing. I thought that was like an image they brought up accidentally, but no, they just pixelated it and it says no ban please over the, well, you can imagine what was there. Ow, my finger. It hit the desk. This freaking trumpet song, dude. I hate this trumpet so much. I like trumpets, okay? Just not this one. This one is bad. I was in my high school's jazz band. I am legally obligated to like trumpet music. And saxophones as well, although I think everybody likes saxophone. That's one of the better brass instruments, the easier, the more accessible brass instruments. I love this song, it's Terry Time. I know what it is. And I like the song, I just hate the freaking trumpet section. I think it sounds so dumb. If I wished I could just isolate the trumpet track and get it out of here. Alright, are we good with this face now? I'm gonna check. It's been 3 hours, so I'm gonna check and just maybe move on for the sake of the comic and my sanity. After, I get it good enough. Oh god, Clip Studio's taking its sweet time flipping this one. I don't know what I did. I don't even have that many things open. Oh boy, my computer being very slow right now. Like,
super slow. Like, oh my good god, what is happening? This is... man, I need that new PC, man. This one's gonna explode literally any second now. Oh god. I think if I erase this bit, thin this out a little bit. Then I'll be fine. That might have been it. I think we solved it. Let's flip one more time. Just to make sure. Looks fine to me. But I am noticing, as I always do, that I want to move stuff around when it gets to this phase of the line art. Freaking faces every time. So let's try this for a second. Wrong color. And you see, I do like that placement better, I think. This is relaxing Zelda music? What's going on here? It was more spooky in my opinion. And now it's getting better. Okay, I think with one final flip, finally final flip, we can check, and then I think I'll be good for today, and then we'll do the values in the background tomorrow, and then we'll move on to the next page, next stream, and it'll all be grand, and this comic will come out when I am 45 years old. Just as planned. By that metric, I am way ahead of schedule, actually. So, you know. Promise nothing, and it's very easy to over-deliver. That's my advice. There, we did the base colors and the flats. We're done. And we drew the faces. We're good. And with that said, that is it for me. That's the starting soon screen. Don't look at that. Thank you all for stopping by. It was good to actually be able to do the stream without passing out beforehand. Again, I hate that I do that. So my stream schedule has been more usually 3 days a week as opposed to my intended 5 recently. Hopefully I can keep it up a little bit better. Maybe it is time I get addicted to caffeine. Who knows? I don't know. Down some Red Bull every day, die like 5 years sooner than I would otherwise, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Well, you know, the usual same old tomorrow. I should be able to. It's only the Mondays and the Fridays that are rough on me usually. Usually the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays and Thursdays I can stream pretty consistently. I don't know what it is. I was happy I could catch you. Yeah, thanks for stopping in and all that. Yeah, thanks for streaming. No problem. And I'll catch all you guys later. And bye-bye.